You can't get me off the phone sometimes. Hi Tracy, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks, Anna. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Can't complain, thank you. And I see that you're in Chef White's and in a location today. So where are you today?
I'm actually at the Hampshire in Chelsea. It's one of our new locations that we just mobilised. So yeah, we're just waiting for our new chef manager to start because he's just been recruited, and then we'll be up and running. So yeah, all exciting.
Amazing. So I will come back to that in a minute. But you are one of our group managers. So what does that kind of entail for you?
A little bit of everything, really. I mean, I originally started with Thomas Frank's as a relief chef, and then was promoted to a chef, then an area support manager, and now I'm a group manager. So kind of worked my way through the ranks. But a group manager, I look after several locations, just oversee the running of the day-to-day, the hiring of new staff, training of new staff, the financial side of it, dealing with the clients, and put my chef whites on and get my hands dirty when needs must, and which I'm quite happy to do. So yeah.
Are you then based in and around the London area then?
I cover sort of Portsmouth, Brighton, Chelsea is my only one in London. So yeah, sort of Portsmouth, Woking, that area.
So you're anywhere and everywhere basically?
South of Watford. So yeah, south of Watford. That's about it.
So you've given us like a little insight in kind of what this entails, your job entails for you. But I guess you don't really have like an average day, but you know, on what you do on a day-to-day basis, because you know, like you said, you're 1 minute you're in Chef White's, 1 minute, you know, you're recruiting staff and things like that. So what is the aspect that you enjoy the most about your job?
I think the unexpected, really. I get bored quite easily, so I need something to keep me on my toes, and yeah, and I like a challenge. If it's sort of day-to-day mundane, then I would get really bored. So it takes a lot to keep me occupied. So this is probably a really good role because no day is the same, and there's plenty of surprises. So yeah, keeps me on my toes.
And as you mentioned, you're currently in the Hampshire school in Chelsea at the moment, and we have just recently mobilised. Well, sorry, you have just recently mobilised that. Can you tell me a bit about this and kind of the process, and you know what you kind of did to get it up and running?
Yeah, this is a little bit. I mean, there are sort of two different mobilisations really. We have like the new locations, which I've done a few of in my time. They're really nice because you get a budget to buy everything and spanking new, and so yeah, when it's a new build, that's lovely. This was actually a location that was already up and running, and we 2P'd over the staff and literally took on the location and turned it around to the Thomas Franks way, really. I mean, and that's kind of what we do. We install fresh food and in like up the standard, if I can say that. so yeah, we just give added value, add different bits and pieces. Obviously, here they're quite happy because they've now got a soup station where they have the fresh cooked bread every day. They have all the seeds and the bits and pieces that go with the soup stand, and cheese scones and bits and pieces that go with. And then obviously the main meals we accommodate for everybody. We don't enforce anything onto anyone. So if we do like a halal meat, regular meat, vegetarian, we cater for the vegans. So we try and cater for those that need catering for. We're not one size fits all kind of establishment. We are very much catering to the individual needs, really. So yeah, and that's kind of like what I like doing, to be honest with you. So.
And you had, I've only seen pictures of them, but I bet they did taste absolutely amazing. The little cupcakes with the Hampshire rice topper on.
Yeah. I just think it's just a nice little finishing touch when you personalise things and make it to the company's sort of logo, and it just makes it more personal, really, I think. So, because we can all turn out a cupcake, but something as simple as putting in their logo on it just makes it that little bit more special, doesn't it? So
yeah, people love it. Yeah, because you're really thinking about them, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, their uniforms, we've had their logo put on the uniforms, and So yeah, it's quite nice that we've gone that extra mile, really, I suppose, just to make it more personal. So.
And as we can see, you were in your chef whites. So you're a chef by trade, as you've already mentioned. So tonight, let's say, you've had a really, really long day. It's been really busy. It's a Monday, start of a fresh new week. And obviously with the ongoing situation with COVID, it obviously must make things a little bit more difficult. So when you get in from a long day at work, what would you say is your favourite dish to cook?
Normally, when I get in from work, it's normally something quick and easy, to be honest with you, because by the time I get home tonight, by the time I get on the train, get home, it's going to be sort of set by the time I get in. So I suppose my active fry is probably my best friend during the week, because I just throw something in the active fry. It stir fries it while I'm having a quick shower and pour a gin and happy days. I'm ready to eat as soon as I get out of the shower, kind of thing. So yeah, quick and easy during the week, and yeah, at the weekend it's a bit different when I've got time to cook and a bit more time to spend in the kitchen. So yeah.
So what would you normally cook on a weekend then, if you've got a little bit more time?
It depends really. If I've got friends over, I'd cook a proper meal. I mean, my favourite dinner has and always will be, and probably will never change, even though I'm a chef, is beef stew and dumplings. It's probably one of the. I'm a real winter food kind of person. I like all the stews, and so yeah, so that and a good curry. I must admit, curry. so yeah, so that's kind of it really. I mean, it depends what the weather's like, who I've got over, and yeah. I tend to live in the kitchen, to be honest with you. My kitchen and my dining room are sort of attached as open plan, so spend, when I've got company, we tend to spend most of the time kitchen, dining room area. So yeah.
And so I've asked this question to everyone, and I love it because I get to find out the answer. I'm able to find out a little bit more about the person. So Tracy, for you, if you could have dinner with any three people ever in the world, who would it be and why? And whilst you have your dinner, what meal would you have?
I can't actually name three single people. I'd probably, on a chef's perspective, I'd probably like to have dinner with the cast of the Great British Bake Off. Yeah. So, because I'm showing my age now, but Mary Berry is like one of my favourites, and I'm a pastry chef by trade, so obviously the soggy bottom bit, and so yeah, definitely the cast of sort of the Great British Bake Off. I'd love to meet them and have dinner with them. Family wise, if he was still alive, it would be my dad, because my dad's the person that got me into curry and a beer, so we would quite often go for a curry. So yeah, I miss him greatly, and obviously curry. And as in the eye candy part, I literally sat and kind of like thought about this one, and I couldn't actually pick, so I've got two. I'm greedy. So yeah, so it would be Vin Diesel and Sharma Moore.
Nice.
So yeah, they would be the two famous actors that I would happily spend some time with, along with many other ladies in this country, I suppose. So yeah, or world. So yeah.
And what meal would you have?
I don't know really. I mean, I don't know. It depends who it was with. I mean, if it was with my dad, like I say, it would be curry. I'd eat whatever Paul Hollywood and Mary Berry wanted to cook me, to be honest with you, because I wouldn't be cooking if I was having dinner with them, I can assure you. And I don't know, with the two famous males, I don't think there'd be too much eating going on, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's kind of it, I suppose. Yeah.
And finally, what would you say is your favourite memory of Thomas Frank so far?
I'd probably say, going back quite a while, it is quite a while ago now actually, Frank kind of gave me the opportunity to do some training days with some staff. So I actually did 4 different courses at Bread Ahead, and got to take various chefs from across Thomas Frank's on these courses. So that's probably one of my favourite memories, because they were 4 awesome days. They really were. I learnt loads, and the teams really enjoyed it that I took with me, and yeah, it was pretty good few days out. So yeah, I'd say that's probably one of my favourite memories from being with Thomas Franks.
And I didn't ask you about it, but I know you played a huge part in feeding communities as well. So that I sat here, and did kind of like the back stuff of it, but it must have been, incredible and a good memory, being with everyone and making those meals, through such a horrible time, just being with people and doing something good.
I'm going to be honest with you, that probably kept me going. I mean, I'm not one to sit at home, and I probably would have gone totally stir crazy had I not have had the opportunity to do it. And I was really lucky. I was over at Streatham and Clapham doing feeding communities and feeding the NHS from there. And I was working with Jackie and Alfonso, who are two really lovely guys, great chefs, and we had a really good time. Big Gavin Tarbucks, he came along and sort of helped us set up and got running before he disappeared. So yeah, I met some really lovely people doing it as well that I never would have met had it not been for feeding communities, of which we all follow each other and on Twitter, and we all keep in touch. So yeah, I met some great people. We did some good food and helped the NHS, did our little bit. Well, COVID's been going on. So yeah, it was really good. Yeah, really good.
Well, thank you so much, Tracy, for speaking with me.
No, thank you for having me.
And hopefully I will maybe see you face to face at some point.
At some point, yeah. You never know. I'll bring Vin with me, okay?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay, no worries.